Hey guys, what's going on? Ninja here, bringing you guys a bit of a throwback gameplay. This is a little bit of Conduit, giving you guys some of that high voltage love here because I actually have a pretty major thing I want to talk about. I haven't done a video like this in actually quite some time now. It's been a while since I've done anything like this. Um, this gameplay is actually from a team match series where it was on when I was teaming with Sudden Impact and we were playing Final Result. It's game 3 actually on Warehouse, and it's shared stock. But anyway, guys, yeah, I figured I'd upload kind of gameplay because I wanted to kind of bring back that high voltage software kind of feel, that Conduit love that I've typically been known for on my YouTube channels and things like that. So today, what I really want to talk about is a major thing that's kind of been tossed around a lot already, like the factor that HVS originally said that there might be a Conduit 3 in the works, and it's not even so much just that, but then there's recently been an image that was posted on Facebook of the Conduit, and no one really knows what it means. It was posted on Thanksgiving on the HVS's Facebook, and no one's sure if it really means anything or if it's just them, I don't know, doing some kind of event for the game, because no, they did put it on the NVIDIA Integra and all that stuff. So there's no real certainty as to what it could mean. But in the hopes of optimism and for the fact that I actually haven't done a topic or a video really discussing this, most of my topics on these kind of things have been submitted in writing and blogs and things like that. I think it'd be good to share just some of the things that I would like to see in Conduit 3, and even just for high voltage software in general. So one of the first things, and one of the most, I think, highly important things to me is better controls. Especially, so see, if Conduit 3 were to come out right now, it's going to be put on Wii U most likely. And as far as the Wii remote and nunchuck controls, that I'm not so much concerned about, because I know for a fact that that will be able to be tweaked to a flawless precision. In the original Conduit game, you had everything from your dead zone to your horizontal and vertical view look angles, your cursor sensitivity, your Wii remote sensitivity, nunchuck sensitivity. You could alter everything. It kind of set the premise for what COD allows you to do now. And in Conduit 2, they took out the horizontal and vertical, but you could still tweak your controls to that perfect level where you knew for a fact you were good. But in Conduit 2's instance, for example, where they included the factors of the Classic Controller Pro, unfortunately, it wasn't as functionable. It just felt really sluggish. It didn't feel like how an FPS should feel holding a controller in your hand, and it really it made the control option practically useless. I can't even name 5 people that used it. I know I used it, and 2 of my teammates at the time had used it for a little while. Fragdown and Fluxic, they used it for a little bit, but they eventually just stopped. They couldn't. It was just too much. It was annoying and it was difficult to deal with, and they eventually stopped playing the game, as a lot of us wound up doing. So better controls would definitely be good. I would love to see complete optimization of the control functionality, especially with the Wii U Pro controller and the gamepad and all that stuff. Those are some things I would actually really want to see. Another big thing that I want to see come back. I want to see weapon spawns again, especially for the most part. I really do want to see weapon spawns again. I feel that the addition of loadouts is fine in Conduit 2, but the thing of it is, it's too, for a game like Conduit 2, it's too available. I think it's too accessible. I think I should say. I'm not, for lack of better term, I say too accessible. What I mean by that is Conduit is a bit of a game that takes more to kill. You know what I mean? And it shouldn't be offering all the weapons at jump. I'm perfectly fine with loadouts, although I would prefer that they just go back to like default things, like default weapon spawns on the maps, and like those kind of spawns and things like that, where you start out with a certain kind of weapon. You start with a certain set of weapons. Like there's a default that you start out with, and the weapons spawn across the map. And the weapons that spawn on each map are different. They're like map specific, and then from there you kind of get to learn the maps, learn the weapons, learn the spawn times for those weapons, and have a bit of a more competitive experience. That kind of Halo West kind of feel that Conduit 1 was known for. The thing, like I was saying with the loadouts, the issue that I have personally is just the fact that they allowed you to pick pretty much anything, and you have kids that are spawning with rockets and using all these little like pseudo grade / perk things to hold like rockets and shotgun, which are like real power weapons. I feel that should not be available right at the start. Like I feel like it's more rewarding to know that you like pushed out with your teammates, killed players on the opposite team, got to the weapon spawn, picked it up, and completely like now with that execution, you have control over the map in that situation, and you have way better control than what you would have had. That I think that kind of thing really does sum up like the idea of weapon spawns and that needing to be in there. And just to go along with that, I would want to see the old SCAR come back. As you see in this gameplay, the SCAR is a 3-shot burst weapon, 32 bullets in the clip, I believe, and that was absolutely beautiful. And I feel like they need to revert back to that. That's pretty self-explanatory. It was four shots in the head, and if you were really good, you killed it even less than that, especially if your aim was on point. And I just feel they need to go back to that and bring that style of competitiveness back, because it being an assault rifle, it's good and it's well-rounded, but it's just not. It's not as rewarding, I don't think, and it's more difficult. I want to see a dedicated sniper rifle that's done right. De-scoping has to be there, where you can get knocked out of scope again. That I definitely want to still come back and be in there, just to be certain that that's still there. Another major thing that I really do want to see is ranks and a competitive playlist. And I want to see those things, and I want to see updates and map packs, DLC, all those things that should be in there. But primarily ranks and a competitive playlist. Those are the major things that I really want to see. Ranks, because it gives an incentive to keep playing and to keep pushing. I want to see, just some kind of competitive skill ranking system where, it's based off of how you're playing and you're ranking up. And once you rank up, like, you get matched with people with similar skill levels, and you wind up playing with those people. Unlike Call of Duty, where, your rank doesn't really mean anything. You can put like level 4 prestiges against new people playing the game, because 9 out of 10, those new people can still kill them. But I want to see competitive skill ranks where it's like, even like how League Play had Masters Division and stuff like that. You are only playing people in Masters. I want to see the same thing, even like in Halo, how they had the 1 through 50. I would love to see something of that nature implemented, like a 1 through 50 or 1 through 60 ranking system, because Conduit 2 had like 60 ranks, if I'm not mistaken. So I'd love to see like a 1 through 60 ranking system, and it's like as you progress, you really do see yourself getting better at the game. You know the maps, you're learning the call outs, you're making the right plays, and you earn that place at the top. You know what I mean? And then like how Black Ops 2 in the season, it kind of starts over and you have to kind of build your way back up. They continue that, so that way it's like you never know who might be the 60s next season, or who's going to be the 60s. Who's going to be the 60s this season to next season? Who's going to carry over? Who's going to wind up being lower ended? I think that kind of competitive skill ranking system would be great. And then just a playlist with competitive game types and such, like, that'll really kind of work for the game, and really kind of really just give people something to play on. I'd love to see some more varied game types, some fun things. Flag juggling should come into this game, where you can drop the flag, or the ASC in this game anyways. If you guys are not all seeing that, you won't see it in this gameplay, but you've probably seen it in other things of mine before. But just to be able to drop it and shoot, or drop it and pick up to carry it faster across map, or things like that, would be just really, just to add those little extra competitive niches, so to speak, to be put into there. But yeah, so ranks, competitive playlist for sure, so competition can thrive on the game and really grow. Really good servers that are updated and everything like that, and with patches and things. But let's see, ranks, competitive playlist, the weapon spawns, game types, and just from then like the Scar coming back, just those major things I think are like primary for me. The dedicated sniper rifle, all of those things are important. Obviously, there's a lot of different things that I would really want to see, like I mentioned with descoping and all that other stuff. No lock on, obviously. I think lock on should just be dropped entirely. Call of Duty has made it pretty much customary where there's no lock on. Just put on an aim assist and drop lock on altogether. The radar is only for like those regular public playlists, but once you have the competitive playlist, obviously radar should be dropped, and so it's just more competitive, and it's really working more off of teamwork and things like that. Um, Outside of that, really quickly, guys, because that's pretty much going to wrap it up for my wishes. I do have something that I want to do mention really quickly. Me and a number of members from the Conduit community are actually going to be working on a Conduit documentary to just kind of display a lot of things, like our feelings and how the game really did change a lot of our lives and just a lot of our great moments. There are going to be more details on that in the future, and I'm going to definitely do a video or a vlog talking about it for anybody who's a fan of the Conduit series, has played the Conduit games, and would love to be a part of this. I'm going to make some posts a couple places as well. You might see it on Miiverse too, just to talk about it. And it's going to be a really interesting thing. I want to get all different types of perspectives from people who liked the game, from people who didn't enjoy it, just to kind of show what this game really meant to a lot of people in the community, and what it really did, and what it really marked for, I believe, the Wii community and just the Nintendo side of gaming. Um, there's gonna be a couple pretty big names in there. Myself, Larknock, if any of you guys might know them as AKWI. Iggy Cop is gonna be in it. I'm gonna see if I can get some other people. Sorrow from Save is going to be in it. Chapo, Simok, and plenty more great players. If we can just get into contact with enough people and get them all involved. But yeah, guys, that's really is going to wrap it up for this video. So like the video if you enjoyed it, and take it easy, guys. Peace.